All right, folks, now we move in. The cavalry is coming in November, and I believe part of that cavalry joining us now is J.D. Vance, Republican candidate for the Senate in the great state of Ohio. J.D. Vance, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Larry.
So let me ask you this. Have you made peace with Mitch McConnell? You got Wall Street Journal editorial today. Have you made peace with Mitch McConnell, and would you vote for Mitch McConnell if you're elected and you all take the Senate back?
Look, Larry, I've made peace with anybody who's going to help us win. The primaries are over. It's time for the Republicans to actually unite. Mitch McConnell has been helpful to us in Ohio. Other people have been helpful to us. And my view is whether my guy won the primary or not, whether I was your guy in the primary, it's time for us to unite as a party to actually take back the Senate, take back the House, and put the brakes on the Biden agenda. Yeah, that's an easy question for me. Very simple and straightforward. We need to unite and win.
All right, great stuff. Your opponent, Tim Ryan, is a 100% Biden voter. Every piece of legislation. Now, I would guess, I haven't followed your race carefully, but I would guess you want to take it to him in every possible way. He is, in effect, the Joe Biden of Ohio.
That's exactly right, Larry. I mean, he's a guy who portrays himself as a false moderate in his TV commercials. But the contrast between me and Tim Ryan is really very clear. This is a guy who wants to open up the American southern border to drugs, to fentanyl. I want to close it. This is a guy who wants to let bad guys out of prison. I'm the guy who wants to support the cops and put the bad guys in prison. He wants to continue the inflationary policies. I actually want to put a little bit more money in people's pockets. It's a very simple contrast. And I will say, Larry, we can't just be against the bad policies of Joe Biden. We've got to explain how our policies are going to make our streets safer and going to make our people wealthier. That's what this is all about, making people's lives better. And I think if we get a crack at governance in 2023, that's exactly what we're going to do.
Is it, the positive agenda, it seems to me, J.D., is go back to the Trump tax cuts and the deregulation, open the fossil spigots, all the above. But also, aren't we going to have to do something about federal spending, which is a cause of inflation, and inflation is a huge issue in this election cycle?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And, if you think about what Joe Biden is about to do, of course, supported Tim Ryan, is provide a massive windfall to college graduates at the expense of everybody else. They're literally going to raise the price of goods for everybody else so they can give people who went to college a massive windfall. I don't think it's going to fly in Ohio. I don't think it's going to fly across the country, but you're absolutely right. Got to get the spending under control. And I think, Larry, you mentioned this, but got to open up the energy reserves. A big driver of inflation is the fact that we have completely went to war against the American energy economy. If we get back to common sense energy policies, we're going to bring that stuff down, and that drives down the cost of goods for everything.
Yeah, look, what are you going to do? Food price inflation, J.D. This is another big issue. Grocery prices are rising, 10, 12% over the past year. I know gas at the pump has come down $1 or a little more. Food prices are rising very substantially. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, Larry, this hits me very personally because I grew up in a working class family and I know what it's like when people are penny pinching for food. To me, this goes back to the energy question. So one of the biggest components of the food that we grow in this country, Larry, is natural gas, which just hit an all-time high because that's one of the main drivers of fertilizer that our farmers use. So we're making it impossible for our farmers to grow food. And of course, what that means is that groceries are getting more expensive for consumers at the grocery store. It is a fixable problem, though, and we've got to remember that if you can't, people who are working hard and playing by the rules, if they can't put high-quality food on the table of their children, our country has been a failure. And that's exactly what it's been under the policies of Biden. We've got to get back to a country where people can put food on the table. I mean, this is just common sense stuff where moms can go and buy baby formula. We do not want to be the sort of country where people can't afford food. Right now, unfortunately, we're headed in the wrong direction.
Just the last one, J.D. Have you asked Ryan, or will there be a debate? I, again, haven't followed closely, why he's voted every time for the Biden agenda and the Pelosi agenda. We looked his voting record because sometimes he's trying to sound like he's a Hamlet. I really didn't want to raise taxes, but they forced me to raise taxes. He votes every time for the Biden party line. And again, isn't it time for you to just really take it to him and point out the contrast?
It's exactly what we're doing, Larry, and absolutely we'd love to have some debates. I think that we will have some debates so long as Ryan is willing to do it. But look, the argument for why he's voted with Nancy Pelosi 100% of the time, it's simple. Because Nancy Pelosi writes the checks. Tim Ryan could not run for the Senate unless he had the out-of-state Democratic donors supporting him. That's why he supports their policies. Of course, it's not good for the people of Ohio, but it is good for Tim Ryan's political career. That's why we have to end it come November.
All right, J.D. Vance, good luck on the campaign trail. The cavalry's coming.
Thanks, Larry.
You betcha.